The world is moving faster than ever. More people, more technology, more transport. But here comes the question. Where will all the energy comes from? Today, I'm going to talk about an innovative idea what will explain the production of energy within the logistics industry. Hi, I'm Yamin, third year student, Department of Port and Shipping Management, Bangladesh Maritime University. According to the US Energy Information Administration, the global demand of energy will rise up by 47% by 2050. But still, our main source of energy production is the fossil fuels. The fossil fuels has some effect on the environment. We use 84% of fossil fuels to source the transportation energy, whether we are using only 16% of electrical or renewable energy sources. This impacts the global atmosphere. We can see that 24% of carbon dioxide is emitted by the transportations. So this slide summarizes our challenge. Dependency on fossil fuels is high emission. So if we never look after our vehicles, how it is interacting with the energy, we cannot balance these equations. So if we focus on the cause, we can see that increase of the electrical or renewable sources of energy production can decrease the emission of carbon. So here our idea came. Every ride consumes some energy, but what if it produces some too? Here is our ideation. What will it look like after implementation?
Well, as you have already seen a glimpse of our idea, let us try to understand how this actually works. Our plan has actually two major attachments. First one is the sensor, and the next one is the battery. Well, the sensor kind of works as a safety system. When the sensor senses any obstacle around the vehicle, it pulls the accessories like batteries and turbines inside the body of the vehicle. It prevents any kind of harm to the hardware. Now, as we are talking about an innovation, we need to know about the benefits of this idea. First of all, we are generating our own electricity backup. So we have already took a step towards self-sustainability of energy. Secondly, we are not relying on the external sources of fuel like fossil fuels or CNG, etc. Next, we are using the energy efficiently. We are using the wind power and converting it to the mechanical energy of the engine. And finally, we are reducing the emission of CO2. As we are using lower fossil fuels or CNG or oil, we are actually reducing the burn of these fossil fuels. As a result, the emission of carbon dioxide is also reducing. We are also aligning with several SDGs. For example, one of my favorite SDG is SDG number 7, renewable energy. And we are also aligning with the SDG number 9 and SDG number 13. Now, if we talk about the feasibility and challenges, every innovation faces some challenges. So do we. For an example, the energy we are producing is not huge in quantity. Like we can't power a house or an area with this energy or batteries. But what we can do is we can actually reduce the use of fossil fuels, and we don't need to sacrifice our performance for this. We are getting an eco-friendly solution without any kind of sacrifice of the performance of the vehicle. Secondly, we have safety concerns. The battery we are using is on the body of the vehicle. It needs to be set safely in a position where it doesn't get harmed. Next is structural stability. We are actually using an attachment in the vehicle, so it might ruin the structural stability of the vehicle. We need to redesign the vehicle and also put these attachments like sensors and batteries with turbines so that it maintains the stability that it had before. Maybe we can improve the design a bit. Next, we have aerodynamic drag. We know the vehicle faces the aerodynamic drag and it has a resistance of the air. If we add any kind of attachment to the vehicle, it will obviously increase the aerodynamic drag and air resistance. So the solution can be, we need to redesign the vehicle structure and also add the attachment in the required places, maybe somewhere sustainable, where it will boost the performance of the vehicle as well. If we need to talk about the future prospects of this innovation, we can do an expansion across the logistics fleets. Like we can add in different type of vehicles, logistical vehicles, and ships, trains, etc. We can add AI-driven smart energy management system. We are already adding a sensor, right? So if we add AI to the sensor, we can actually enhance the performance of the system. Now it is acting as a safety measurement, but with the help of AI, we can also add gyroscope. It will measure the airflow and it will move the turbine and place it where it can use the air in an optimum way. After that, we can use the 3R model: recycle, reduce, and reuse. As we are thinking about the environment, green energy, we can actually recycle the hardware and use it in another place. We are reducing the use of fossil fuels. And as a byproduct, we are also reducing the emission of carbon dioxide. The next is reusing. What are we reusing? We can actually separate this in two parts. We can reuse the hardwares in another vehicle. As it is an attachment, we can easily attach and detach this product. Next is, we are reusing the wasted energy. We are reusing the wind power, converting it to electricity, and again the electric energy is converted into mechanical energy. In the future, the AI and sensor system might contribute a little more than we think. We already have some system today that can be enhanced into one system, one AI and sensor system in our product. Like Tesla cars use sensor system to scan their surrounding. It also adjusts speed, direction, and turnings. So we can also adjust this sensor AI system in our product. Next is, in smart wind farms, we can see the AI system or the sensor system actually turns the face of the windmill or the turbine in a direction where they can use the airflow in an optimum way. In aircraft, sensors actually sense the humidity, the pressure. We can actually integrate these sensors in our system, and we can also contribute in cold chain management, because we need refrigerators, we need humidity, proper humidity, we need proper pressure. We can actually attach this sensor system and AI system to enhance the measurements of our system. So that was all from us. We hope we can contribute in the enhancement of supply chain in the future. We are EnerLogix. Power
in motion.